Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, been working on this Sony Cv-2000 skip field machine for a customer past couple days. We did get the motor caps in, which you already know. We got the motor caps installed. Now this thing has speed. It's got capstan lockup and everything else. It's actually playing very good. I'm running a tape through it to make sure it's maintaining its speeds and everything else. And also we restored the audio on this deck. Just thought you might want to hear this a little bit, give you an idea.
In one of the finest all-around efforts in the team's history, the Browns annihilated the talent-laden Cowboys 42-10. Milt Morn was supposed to miss the entire season because of surgery. Instead, he was one of the heroes of the Browns' great victory with 7 catches. Behind Morn was promising Chip Glass, who was almost as big. The Browns receivers were led by All-Pro Gary Collins, the best third down and goal line receiver in the league.
We got the audio working, so that's another great sign. So the next step is going to be making a breaker box for this unit, which will allow audio and video to come out of this. So we did pull the things we're going to need. Of course, I'm going to have to make one of these. I got a customer coming today, so I have to take a break from this unit. But this is a box that's going to have some RCA output connectors. If you guys can see these are RCA connectors. I'm going to have either from the top or the side, most likely on the top, where they'll be able to plug the RCAs directly into this. And then in the back of this unit, you got what's called a 9-pin. See this? This is a 9-pin. I'm going to wire this up through the box, and you'll be able to plug it in the back of the unit and have RCA outputs on this unit right off the gate. This thing was not designed. This is from the... You guys got to understand something. This is from the 1960s. They didn't have any modern video outputs on this thing at all. So you have to... It was only designed to record like off a television that plugged in with a 9-pin like this. And, you know, you'd be able to loop it, record, and play on the TV that's plugged through cables like this. All right, we're going to make a breaker box for this unit that's going to have RCA outputs for it. So he could plug this cable right in and have RCA outputs and be able to go directly to any video capture or whatever, and be able to transfer tapes directly with the RCA outputs on this thing from a 9-pin connector. So we're going to make one of those. We did get a whole pack of new RCA screw-on types that are going to screw into the plastics when I drill the holes and all that kind of stuff to build a box. But good news is, this is maintaining its speed, so the capacitors are doing their job. There's no fire, thank God. Nothing's catching on fire on this thing, because this is a very old machine, and they're pretty prone for catching fire, believe me. I've had many of these over the years. But now that we got audio coming out of it,
And emerged as Kelly's running mate. The fullback proved to be a natural option runner and fit beautifully into the Browns' offensive philosophy.
all right.
DuPont presents the half-hour car wax. Rally Cream Car Wax. So easy to use.
So when you get to this stage, usually on the skip field, that you know you got the correct speeds and the audio sounds in sync. It's not sluggish or too slow or too fast. So that means the capacitors are doing their job. That's running the motor on this thing that runs the capstan and runs the servo. So it looks like we're going to have pretty good luck with this machine. Got it to a very, very good point. Once you get the audio working and you know the speeds are correct, then you're not having any motor issue or anything like that. There's always things that go wrong on these things, guys. I mean, these things are very, very old, and I swear to God, I've seen it all. To where you think you got it fixed, and you turn around and you got to replace a motor in the thing, or power supply in the thing, or bad caps that run the motor itself. you name it. I've seen it, done it, you name it, on these particular machines. These are very early reel-to-reel machines, skip field Cv-2000 units from 1967. The parts were very mediocre at best before they perfected them more when the EIAJ machines came out. So these things are very prone to burning out, catching on fire. They use very crappy diodes, very crappy resistors, very crappy capacitors on this thing. This is very primitive transistor electronics, very early stuff before EIAJ came out. So, but the good news is we're going to get it restored. I mean, this one's going to take a little time. The servo is going to be an issue. I'm waiting on some parts, but at least we got the audio up and running, and it's synced, and it sounds good.
Was the team of the century. The Packers were next, and in the wind, rain, and mud, Cleveland's 11th straight home crowd of over 80,000.
The audio sounds absolutely great. So that means the audio is syncing up, and the audio's working good on this. So that means the motors are spinning at the proper speeds. So anyways, we're making progress on this Sony Cv-2000 skip field, which is a machine I'm building for a customer. Next step is going to be making a breaker box. And then I'll be able to actually see if video is coming out of this and take it from that point. Hope you enjoyed this video.